Okay, welcome to the final episode of the Blackwell Convergence. I'm Ruby Raider. I play these games pretty much at the moment. Looking to play some more. I love adventure games mainly. And I'm expecting a pretty dialogue-heavy final episode. We have done a lot of things. We have cornered down a vengeful spirit. And we're trying to fix her psyche, I guess, so we can help her pass on, hopefully. And to do that, we have to go into an astral space afterlife diner, I guess. I've got a couple of ideas about who might be in here. We will see. So let's go.
She's so strange and beautiful.
Damn right she is. Okay.
For the upteenth time, I have no money for your fund.
Show some pity. At least lend us a cigarette.
Ahem. I believe we got company.
Ah. Miss, could you perhaps spare a few dollars for the Joe Gould Fund?
Oh, it's Joseph Mitchell. Ah! That's really cute. Must be, I wonder what, like, the family of Joseph Mitchell think. This is really cool, though. Oh, this is so cool, because both of these guys existed in real life. Hell yeah. Guess it was a theme.
I'm a long way from home. There are no hands on that clock. I guess that's supposed to be symbolic. Looks like the door to the kitchen. That's Joe Gould. I recognize him from the portrait in the Minetta. He's on the elderly side, but his eyes look sharp and alert. Hello.
Hello. My name is Joseph Ferdinand Gould. I am graduate of Harvard magna cum difficultate and chairman of the board of Wheel and Woe Incorporated. In exchange for a drink, I'll recite a poem, deliver a lecture, argue a point, or take off my shoes and imitate a seagull. I prefer gin, but beer will do.
I've been hearing a lot about you lately.
My reputation precedes me.
I saw your portrait in the Minetta.
The Minetta. Yes. I'm quite famous there, you know.
I gathered.
It's all thanks to Mitchell, of course. The Joe Gould Fund filled its coffers nicely when he wrote his article.
What are you doing here?
I don't quite know myself. We've all got to be someplace. As I understand it, I was mentally linked to my old friend, the Countess. I wish I'd known. It explains everything that my work was trying to prove.
Your work?
I have had many callings. I studied the seagulls of the world and learned their language. I spent months measuring the heads of 1,000 Chippewa Indians. But before I died, I was putting to paper the most important literary work known to man, the oral history of our time. It was a compilation of the conversations of the city, overheard in bars, subways, street corners, and diners. Put together and studied properly, it would have revolutionized everything.
How would it have revolutionized everything?
We were all connected, every single one of us. But how? Think of the ramifications if we found out.
It sounds like quite an undertaking.
It was my life's work.
How did you know the Countess?
We met in a diner like this one. We'd often spend a week or two walking along the docks to discuss seagulls. She had many interesting theories on seagull linguistics. Then, one day, she disappeared. But a link had already formed between us. It's everything my oral history was trying to prove, that we were all linked.
The Countess is killing people.
Murder? No. No, I refuse to believe that. She couldn't hurt a fly.
Why is she called the Countess?
That's what she chooses to call herself. Far be it for me to tell her otherwise.
The name doesn't seem strange to you?
When you lived a life like mine, you take people at face value. Who cares about names? I once knew another fellow without a name. Called himself the Deacon.
The Deacon? You knew the Deacon?
Oh yes, he was this gloomy career drunk. One summer night while sitting in a doorway of the Bowery, he caught the scent of sulfur. He looked up and saw the devil himself standing over him. Since that night he believed he lost his soul. Not the most charitable drinking companion, if I may say so.
No, he wouldn't be.
You knew him?
Sort of.
Fancy that.
What's your connection to Joseph Mitchell?
Ah, Mitchell. My benefactor. He made me quite famous, you know. But my goodwill only extends so far.
Why's that?
A cigarette. He has them. He won't give me one. It's demeaning to have to beg for one measly cigarette.
You want a cigarette?
Yes, I want a cigarette. It's a disgrace that I should have to beg for one.
I'd like to read the oral history.
And I'd like you to, but I'm afraid it belongs to the ages now.
There was also the problem of it never existing in the first place.
Of course it existed, only not on paper. It was over 3 million words, 3 times the size of the Holy Bible. The work transcended mere parchment and ink.
What about those essays you published in the Dial?
A passing fancy, nothing more.
You wrote essays?
For the now-defunct Dial magazine. I still have the originals. Do you want to see?
I'd like to see that essay.
Here you go.
It appears to be an essay about insanity, but the handwriting is so awful I can barely make it out. Just as well. I don't have time to read all this stuff.
Ah, clearly it's in Seagull.
This handwriting makes my eyes water, but I think it's an essay about insanity. I don't think it's important. Here you go.
Always glad to share.
He's on the elderly side, but his eyes look sharp and alert. Hello, you're Joseph Mitchell, aren't you?
I believe you have the better of me, Miss...
Blackwell. Rosangela Blackwell.
Blackwell, huh? I might have known.
You met my auntie.
Your auntie, yes. I do see a slight resemblance. I did warn her to leave well enough alone, but she was determined. Let's hope that you can do some good here.
What are you doing here?
We are echoes, leftovers, if you will. We were linked to the Countess when we were alive. When we died, part of ourselves got trapped here.
So you're not a ghost?
Not fully. I'm not sure what I am. I remember living, I remember dying, but I don't feel like Joseph Mitchell. All I know is that when I thought of death, an eternity with Joe Gould was the last thing on my mind.
What is your connection to the Countess?
I don't know. I never met the woman. Joe Gould was the one who knew her. He had a special bond with her, apparently, but somehow he passed it on to me when he died. Next thing I knew, I was murdering people by writing about them. There was no choice. I had to stop writing.
I studied some of your work in journalism school.
Now that's just foolish. I was a relic, even before I died. The city I wrote about has long since evolved and changed into something completely different. But that's New York City, isn't it? Wouldn't be New York if it stayed the same year to year.
Did you know Charles Meltzer?
Yes, I did. He worked at the New Yorker back in the late 70s. He would come into my office and ask about the old days, and I was happy to tell him. I knew he would never cut it as a reporter, but he had a very keen, analytical mind. I almost forgot all about him, but it appeared a link formed between us, nonetheless. When I died, my connection to the Countess passed on to him.
That's so interesting. So they're all connected.
Charles Meltzer is using the Countess to kill people.
By accident?
No, on purpose. He sent her after me.
Now, that's a shame. I'm aware that through my actions I killed a few people, but I could forgive myself for it, since I was unaware of what I was doing. But many times I thought to myself, I have a weapon. It's untraceable. Nobody knows about it. I could use it, but I did not. I was tempted, but I did not. Not once. You have to stop, Charles. Break this link. Destroy this place. No more innocents should have to die.
How do I break this link?
I wish I knew. I'm afraid all this is a bit beyond me.
Why did you write about Joe Gould?
He's a fascinating man. Intolerable company, but fascinating. He exemplified everything about New York at the time. Its artistic expression, its frustration, its joy and heartbreak. His oral history, or the idea of it, energized the work of dozens of writers and intellectuals. But the more I got to know him, the less I wanted to be around him.
Did you ever read Joe Gould's oral history?
That? It never existed. Or if it did, Mr. Gould never shared it with anyone, which amounts to the same thing.
You know why I never wrote it down. People would have died.
You didn't stop telling people you were writing it, did you?
What could I say? The truth? They would have chucked me in a loony bin.
Why don't you give him a cigarette?
When you give that man a cigarette or a drink, he likes to talk. And the only subject Joe Gould likes to talk about, at length, is Joe Gould. And the only person for him to talk to is me. So, I do not give him a cigarette.
That's so fair, dude.
Would you give him a cigarette if I spoke to him for you?
I might. If you can get him away from me, I might. But we can't leave this diner. And the door to that kitchen is locked.
Can't you just float through the wall?
Believe me, I've tried that. It doesn't work. Not here.
I'm sorry you had to stop writing.
So am I. But what else could I do? Let innocent people die? No, I don't regret the choice I made. Not for one moment.
Thanks for talking, Mr. Mitchell. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you, Miss Blackwell.
Locked. Looks like the door to the kitchen. Mr. Gould?
She returns. Say, can you spare a few dollars for the Joe Gould Fund?
I'm afraid I'm a little short.
Fair enough, fair enough.
I'd like to see that essay.
Here you go.
This handwriting makes... I don't think he'll miss this.
Aha!
Here you go.
Always glad to share.
I just took his ghost paperclip, so now it's time to redeem ourselves and pick the ghost lock.
Easy. What's that noise? That oven is closed. That's weird. There's a strange glow coming from inside. Hello? Is someone in there?
She comes.
Who are you?
Part of a whole. Left beyond. Safe here. Leave me.
Are you the Countess?
Countess, one of our names. Yes. I no longer live, but part of me remains. Leave me.
I need to take you out of here.
No. Safe here. Warm here. I stay in warm places. Too cold out there.
My hand goes right through it.
No. Too cold. I will survive here and save fire. Leave me.
Well, see ya. I'm talking to an oven.
A sound idea. I'm sure it made more sense than most people I know. So this is the kitchen. Such a bare and emotionless place. Not even a bottle of ketchup.
There's nothing in here. Mr. Gould?
She returns. Say, can you spare a few dollars for...
I'm afraid I'm...
Fair enough.
Does something about that oven look strange to you?
Nothing about my life has ever made sense. Why should an oven be any different?
I'll talk to you later.
Sure. Things to do, people to see, I understand.
Mr. Mitchell,
Yes.
Gould has left the room.
I see. Thank you for that.
Have you reconsidered giving him a cigarette?
I suppose I have been a little hard on the man. Here, I don't smoke anymore anyway. Give him the whole pack.
The oven in the kitchen is talking.
Is it now?
This doesn't surprise you.
Miss, look where we are. I stopped being surprised ages ago.
Thanks for talking, Mr. Mitchell. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you, Miss Blackwell.
Okay, can we put her in a cigarette?
I don't see what that will do.
Oh, okay.
Joseph Mitchell wanted you to have this.
Ah, nice contribution to the Joe Gould Fund.
Mr. Gould?
She returns. Say, can you spare a few dollars for the Joe Gould Fund?
I'm afraid I'm a little short.
Fair enough.
Liking your cigarette?
It's delightful. Here, feel free to join me.
Thanks, but I don't smoke.
You might as well keep it. When a man is rich, he can afford to be generous.
I'll talk to you later.
Sure. Things to do, people to see, I understand.
Uh-huh.
Is this warm enough?
Warm. Safety. The flame will carry me. Thank you.
That sounds ominous.
Enjoy your afterlife. Uh-oh.
I can't explain it, but I have the feeling that my time in this place is ending.
I'm breaking the link. It'll all be over soon.
Over, yes. I can't say that I ever understood any of this, but I do know one thing. Gould was right. We are connected. Every single person on the planet. It's a pattern so complex that we can't even begin to understand it. So don't try to understand it. Gould tried, and he lived a miserable life. Just live, and be happy in living. Anyhow, you best get gone. You got a job to finish.
This place is starting to fade.
That's good, right? Once this place is gone, the link is gone too. The killing will stop.
This means something to you, the killing.
She killed someone right in front of me. I want to stop that from happening again.
Imagine that. Genuine heart. Your predecessor was not graced with such compassion.
Predecessor? Do you mean Lauren? My Auntie Lauren?
We should not stay here. This place will soon cease to be. Come.
It's broken! The bond is broken! I'm free!
Way to go, Red.
My head. I understand everything.
Everything?
I hurt people.
Yes, that was you. But look, whatever happened, it's done. You can't do anything about it now. It's time for you to move on.
No. This should not have happened. He will not kill again.
Hey! It's about time you got back here. What did you guys do?
I did it, Joey. I broke the bond.
Yeah, you broke it all right, and our friend just blew.
She did not enter the white light?
No.
Oh, that is a problem. She has free will and is loose in the world. With the power she has, who knows what damage she can cause.
Great, just great. I don't know who you are, lady, and I don't care. But just leave the spook work to us, okay?
I have little choice in the matter. I am bound to this plane. What happens next is up to you.
Wait!
Let's get out of here.
Whoa. Little dizzy.
Careful, kid. You've never been under for that long.
At least I'm alive.
Yeah, everything's peachy. There's a killer ghost on the loose, and it's our fault.
But we broke the link. She doesn't have to kill anymore.
You want to tell her that?
Who would she want to kill anyway?
I think she's going to kill Charlie Meltzer.
Oh, him. The guy who wants me dead.
Yeah, ironic as all get out. We'll sort it out later. Let's get going.
Yep, we better hurry.
Let's go.
It's about time. Let's scram.
Oh, yeah, no fair.
The door's open.
Oh.
This can't be good.
Oh no. We're too late.
You stay back.
Paul, what happened?
Charles, something took him. I've never seen anything like it.
What happened?
The roof. She took him to the roof.
Let's go. There was a stairway down the hall.
Did Charles really kill people?
Yes. I'm sorry.
I didn't know. I swear I didn't know.
Give me one reason why I should spare you.
Please, I'm not a killer. I had no idea you were real.
I am as real as death.
I thought it was just wishful thinking.
And just what are you wishing for now, false guide?
Hey!
Don't interfere. For over 50 years I've been a slave to false guides, but none have been more corrupt and pitiful than this one.
Haven't you killed enough?
I was just a tool! This man is the hand that wielded it. He used it against you! You want to spare his life? I have killed countless innocents and my hands are stained with their blood. If I must kill, let it be one who deserves it. False guide, it is time to reap what you sow.
No, please.
Oh, damn, okay.
I can't believe I'm here trying to save you after what you did. You better be worth it.
Ghost cigarette?
I think I found something of yours.
Oh, of course.
What? What is that? It's a part of you, isn't it?
It was torn from me so long ago.
Here, take it.
I cannot. I am not the same person I once was.
Hey, we've all changed, and sometimes we just have to accept it. Now, why don't you take a hold of this and we can finish it?
You are the most guilty of all.
What?
What?
You know what you did.
Hey, get off! What are you talking about?
My death.
That was self-defense.
You must be held accountable.
Now you've done it. You might have had it bad before, but now you're on my turf.
Something is different about you. You're wrong. Everything about you is wrong.
You don't know the half of it.
Oof! Gotcha! Joey, it's not working.
Of course it's not. She's too strong for you. What do you think you're doing?
Trying to save your butt.
Oh, okay. It's time. Oh, it's when she powers up. Okay, let's go. Oh, it's really hard to click. Okay, I think her arm's gonna go here. I may have edited this a little bit because it's really hard to click. Oh, let's go. Oh, okay.
Gotcha again.
Back off, kid. You can't handle this one.
Alright, let's pull her away. What am I meant to do? Oh, I can swap to Joey. Of course. That's kind of fun. I'm gonna keep trying to punch her. Oh, okay. I think I have an idea. So I'm gonna try and hook her, and then we'll swap to Joey. Okay, let me
Get off!
Get away, Red. She's too strong for you.
Alright, now Joey.
Get away from her.
Oh, of course.
Oh, that's not what I meant to happen. Wake up, Red. Damn it, wake up.
Uh-oh. Well, this is what we want.
This place. The light. I remember.
Just head towards it.
I went through once, and I was dragged back. It hurt. It hurt so much.
The link brought you back, but it's gone now. You understand? You're free. You don't have to hurt anyone anymore.
My mind is so broken, but here, everything is so clear. That man, Meltzer, he lives?
Yes, we stopped you before you could kill him.
Is that justice? I wonder. He is a murderer. He will find ways to kill again. But you are right. It is no longer my concern.
What do you mean?
Live your life. Help the lost spirits of the world. Let nothing deter you. This work is more important than you will ever know. Goodbye, and good luck.
Wake up, will ya? Wake up! I'm not spending 20 years over another hospital bed. I'm not. Get up or I'll kill you, you hear? Thank God. You okay?
Fine. She's gone.
Gone? You sure?
Yeah, she went through the light. She's gone.
Good. Then I just got one question for you. What the hell were you thinking? I thought you were... Never mind what I thought. That was really stupid.
Yeah, stupid. I only saved your life.
I don't have a life to save. You only risked your own.
Joey, I'm soaking wet. And Charles needs an ambulance. If I'm getting a lecture, I'll listen to it at home.
This isn't over.
Just leave him there.
No, this is crazy.
It's the only way.
Why change what isn't broken?
But it is. We can't keep blundering around like we have.
We stopped a killer ghost today. I wouldn't call that blundering.
It was pure luck. We just happened to run into her while doing something else.
So?
So think of what we could accomplish if people knew about us. People should seek us out, not the other way around.
What do you want to do? Put up a billboard in Times Square?
No. We've got a special place nowadays. A place where you can talk about all sorts of crazy things and it's accepted as normal.
What's that?
The internet.
What, that computer box? No way.
Look, I've trusted you so far, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Then trust me. Just this once.
If we end up in a padded room, I'm going to make your life a living hell. You know that.
Sure. Come on, pull up a chair. I'll show you what I have in mind.
Okay, well, I really enjoyed this game. I think that's pretty standard since I've loved all the Blackwell games so far. And I'm really glad I get the chance to record how I play through them because I've heard a lot about them, but I don't know anything about the story. And they really are a great example of modern point and click adventure gaming. I know they were made in the early 2000s or early to mid 2000s, but I don't know, I just think these are a great way, especially if you're trying to introduce new players into the genre of fun little mysteries. Gameplay wise, I think they definitely built on the previous game's foundations. Swapping between characters this time felt pretty intuitive. And I liked story moments that gave Joey more time to shine as well, like investigating the apartment and especially eavesdropping on the brothers. I thought was a really cool feature that I wasn't expecting. And it was just really fun and it sort of helped build his character as well, even though I think both of them are really strong. I think in general the characters were definitely stronger in this game. In the previous ones you could sort of guess which characters apart from Rosa and Joey would be relevant to the mysteries depending on how much we got about them. But in this one I expected the beautiful director to have a larger role because she was quite strongly written. Even Nishanti turned up a fair few times, which is great of course. And I wasn't expecting the death of the actor to be just one of the mysteries. I think having a shorter game prior to this one was really helpful as well because it really made me appreciate how many stages to this story there were, and I'm assuming we'll get even more in the future games. We'll see. The previous games I think have done a good job at tying different threads together, but I think this one is the best so far. I wasn't expecting the Meltzer Foundation to be so involved. It was really cool that not only were they very involved in all three deaths, but it was tied really well to the Countess from the previous game. I think having Charles being the Countess's new medium or muse was a really cool twist, especially since his brother was the more obvious, slimy, schmoozy type. And Charles was around just enough that it made sense and it was an interesting angle that, yeah, it worked out. I did also notice that I got a Steam achievement for saving him, so it looks like you can possibly choose to let him die, which is interesting. He did technically murder those people, he might still have those tendencies, hopefully he's changed for the better. But he's a tech bro, so you know. I also really like seeing Rosa getting more confident as a medium and how her practical sort of attitude has been developing into something more sustainable than at least her aunt was so far. And I think her relationship with Joey is getting more comfortable and flows really well. It was really cool having the final puzzle be literally born of their own teamwork. And I'm quite curious if we might learn more about Joey soon, since it felt like the end was implying some of that. Yeah, a really cool little setup with the spirit guide as well. I don't feel like we got the full story with her, so I'm going to be interested to see how that might develop over the next couple of games. Hopefully, in the next game, we'll also exercise the background mixing issue, but we'll see. I think we have 2 more games to go now in this series, so I hope you'll join me next time as we step into the Blackwell Deception. Here's the description, I'm so psyched. Street psychics. Their blinking neon signs are everywhere, promising love, wealth, and happiness. They make a fortune preying on the gullible and milking them dry. So when these victims begin dying and leaving confused spirits behind, it can only take a genuine psychic and her wayward spirit guide to clean up the mess. From seedy downtown nightclubs to penthouse apartments, Rosa and Joey will unearth the truth about the underground world of street psychics, including some secrets that Joey would rather be left buried. Ooh, I'm so keen! Are you keen? I'm keen! I'll see you next time. Thank you for joining. I'm Ruby Raider. I'll see you later.
The link is gone, but I still remain. How long have I been here, trapped between worlds? The others could not help me. Perhaps this new one will. She is just beginning to come into her power. I just hope she is strong enough when the time comes.